so that we can share it. Awesome. Okay, so we're recording. All right, for those that don't know me, I am Patty Pittman, even though it says Schaller. I've never changed my name on here. So I'm going to share a little bit about Success Club. I'm a Success Club legend. I've been doing Beachbody for 35 months now, I think, 34 months. And so I have hit Success Club for 34 months straight. So I'm just going to share my tips on what I do to hit Success Club, and hopefully that will help some of you. And yeah, we'll just go from there. So,
real quick, Patty, for a couple ladies that just signed up, Success Club means basically that you helped 3 people get a challenge pack.
Mm-hmm. Pretty simple.
For anybody that doesn't know.
Yeah, or got on Chicken.
Or sold, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and we'll just go off of that. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We'll mute whoever's not muted. How do you mute everyone? Okay, I think everyone's quiet now, right?
We're good. Okay. The importance of Success Club, I'll just share really quickly. When I signed up, I was told that if you want to be successful as a Beachbody coach, that you have to hit Success Club. Sorry, I'm going to mute whoever I see that's not muted. That you have to hit Success Club. So in my mind, I just thought, okay, well, if I want to be successful, obviously they're telling me I have to Success Club, so it's just got to happen no matter what. And so that was something like, if you show up to work, that's just was my no matter what. I have to hit Success Club. So that was obviously a no-brainer to me if I'm going to build a business. And so it has helped me to build the business. Obviously, there are a lot of other things that you have to do as far as like growing your team and recruiting and helping your coaches hit Success Club. Like that all goes hand in hand. But which there are things I'm still working on. But I know I'm like, okay, I've got Success Club down. So I'll talk to you guys about that. All right, so a couple of tips. Number one, we are today's the 23rd. So you still have 7 days left. I don't know how many days are in this month. 8 days left, right? 7 days in the month. And so you can still hit Success Club if you haven't this month. And so number one, be a social butterfly. Comment, posts, engage on posts, and post things that are not just Beachbody, 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 because you're going to push people away, which that was something that I know with my team, we shared the Chalene Johnson thing on curiosity marketing, letting people don't just putting all like Beachbody and just throwing up everything out there, but have it to where people are going to be genuinely interested in what you're posting, and saying, okay, you share before and after, or you share something that's going to show your fitness journey without putting all the information out there. Let them ask the questions. So put things out there that are not just Beachbody too, that are not just fitness related too. So if it's something like, for me, it could be something that I know is going to get engagement on the post. Like it could be, I say something about kids. Like today, my son totally got poop everywhere. Like, I don't even know how it happened. Like legs kicking up, poop is slinging all over the place. Like all of a sudden I look down and I'm like, how is this happening? And I posted about him like having a poop party basically. And you think, okay, whatever. But that was like 50, 60 people liked the post. People engaged on it because it connected with other moms who have kids who have done that. Because I posted about how I didn't understand how people would talk about that, before. So when you want to get engagement and be relatable to people, this connects with Success Club. Because if you're just posting about Beachbody, you're just posting about your workout, you're just posting about your shake, then you're not being as relatable, right? That's all they see. So instead of putting all of that out there, this relates to Success Club. Put something engaging, something that is going to catch their attention. Yes, you want to put something out there that so they know they can come to you for help too, obviously. But just be a social butterfly. So Instagram, if you're working Instagram, Facebook, comment, like on everybody's stuff. So can you guys hear me okay? Did I freeze? Dang it. Am I frozen? Let me ask.
I can still hear you.
Oh, you can? Okay. Did I freeze? Yeah. Okay. I couldn't hear anybody, so I was like, what the heck? But I guess because everyone's muted. So where was I at? So like if you're on Instagram, example of this would be you just go through all of your likes and you just comment on everybody's stuff that's liking your stuff, and they will start coming back and commenting on your stuff, and they start having that engagement, and you go back and forth, and then you talk to them, you know, behind the scenes. And that was my second point. So number one, be a social butterfly, post, get engagement posts out there, go back and forth, talk with people. Number two, talk to people behind the scenes and find out where they are. So don't just talk with them and send them an invite and be like, hey, I have this new Shift Shop group starting. It's a brand new program. I'm so excited, blah, blah, blah. Find out if it's for them. So talk to them, ask them questions, find out about them, stalk their page. You need to find out about them. Yes, I mean, that sounds like creepy, but you know, like find out where they are, because if you're just inviting people and you don't know where they are, you don't know how it's going to help them, then you're not going to be able to, I don't know, you're not going to be, I don't want to say like sell them, but you're not going to be able to basically get them put with the program and the things that they need. If you're just talking to people about all of the programs and everything they offer without finding out how it's going to apply to them, then they don't see the value in it. And $160 is a no-brainer, but they don't see it because how is it going to help them? So that's something I do. I use the Wufoo apps. Do you guys use the Wufoo apps? Raise your hand. Anyone use Wufoo apps? Okay. So I know like my team definitely does. It's Wufoo. It's WUFOO. Is that right, Shay? WUFOO.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So Wufoo is it's basically a free service. So there's 2 apps that you can use. I think up to 3 apps you can use. Or I think it's WU.
It's WU.
Yeah. So 3, you can use up to 3 and applications and have 10 questions. So I put on there, what's a typical day look like for you in nutrition? What are your favorite kind of workouts? You know what I mean? You just put, so you find out more about them. So we use those. Our team uses that. So when we post about a group, we say, fill out my form, and we put that link, and we don't put our Beachbody link, because you need to find out what they need in order to get them set up right. And then, so I do that so that I go back and forth on email. I don't have them on Facebook Messenger, but that's my own personal thing. Everyone's different. Okay. So, number 3, that is give them value, give them something. And I don't mean like physically, like if you sign up, I'll give you a cookbook. I mean, like give them value in your reply back to them. What are you offering them? What is unique that you can offer them? Everyone has something, right? So like, I know Shay is a busy mom of 2 kids, and she puts in there like, I'm going to show you how to take care of yourself with a busy schedule. I'm going to show you grocery tips when you're busy. That type of thing. Like, she relates to those people, and she sells that because that's offering extra value, not just the Shift Shop. They see what they're going to get out of Shay when she's offering that. So like in our groups, like right now I'm doing a lot with runners with the Shift Shop, because I'm also a runner and endurance coach. So I say, I'm going to show you tips on putting running in with your programming. So you have to show them like whatever it is that you found is helpful, put it into your group and talk with them about that. And give them more value. So they see it's not just a program they're signing up for, they're getting more out of it. And yes, if it comes down to like the last days of the month, there have been times when I'm like, I will give you a bonus of a cookbook or whatever it is. But when I say add value, I mean like put something that's different and unique that you know that you can offer and give to these people. Number 4 is urgency. This is something we did recently. And I'm not going to talk about free groups. That's what we do a lot as far as like converting. That's what has helped me. But these are just simple tips as you go. So number 4 is urgency. This is something we did recently. Carl Deichler posted about it. And so a lot of coaches did it. And I did it. And O'Shea did it, where you put a list and you say, I've got 20 spots open or 10 spots open. and you put a couple of names of whoever you're working with already that month. And they say, I've got 7 spots left, and this is what it is, who wants to join. As people join, you update the list and put the name, and then you post it below, and you say, I've got 4 spots left. I've got 3 spots left. This created urgency to where people are like, okay, I better get on board with this. And that this past month is what got me to, I think, like SE 10 right now, is using the list. So I really highly recommend that. And then, trying to read my notes. Okay. Number 5, I've got 6 tips, so we're almost done with these. Number 5 is message everybody that likes your posts. I don't know if you guys do that already, but if somebody likes your post, you send them a message and say, thanks for the support. Are you on a health and fitness journey? Or are you interested in joining my group? Or are you just showing some love? Always ask, always reach out to them, because if you don't ask, chances are they're not going to reach out to you. Every single person almost that 90% of the time that I sign up, it's because I've reached out to them and I've asked them. So make sure you message everybody that has liked your post. And then the last tip is follow up. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Like every person, I never get someone that's like messaged me and is like, okay, I'm ready to go. And it's like, I have to follow up all the time. So everybody that has been in past like free groups that you've done, anybody that you talked to in the past, follow up, message them, and just be like, hey, this new group is starting. I don't want you to miss out. This is something that I know is going to help you. Let's get you going. And just touch base with everybody that you've talked to in the past. So those are my 6 tips on Success Club. All right, your turn. I'm going to mute myself.
I just want to touch on somebody. Okay. I wanted to touch really quick on a couple of the things that Patty said that were so important, but just maybe just to explain it like a little bit more ABC to a couple of you guys. What she's saying about being a social butterfly is so key, and it's going to kind of tie into what I'm going to talk about, how I got to Diamond. She wanted me to talk, Patty wants me to share how I got to Diamond in 27 days, but I got my mom to Diamond in like 3 weeks. And I took about a year to get my husband to Diamond, and I'm going to explain why that all happened. But as far as like hitting success, because right now we're on the 3rd, we have a week, and I have 1 more week where I'm in a qualification period. And it's funny because every time I come down to the wire with something and I set a specific goal, I hit the specific goal. But when I don't have anything going on, like when I first started, I'm like, oh, some coaches, they've hit Diamond in 30 days. That means I can do that, And I went at it full blown with a mission. Like, I'm going to do it in 30 days. Because, right? Who is this? Let's mute everybody. Sorry, I'm just going to mute whoever. Okay. And then with my husband, I wasn't in a rush, right? There was no rush for 1 star. So I kind of just like hung out, and I ended up being there for like a year because there was no like focused intensity on getting him to Diamond. I didn't feel like there was any kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like there was no reason to even rush that. And then all of a sudden I landed on Micah's team, in January or something like that. And she pushed me to go to 2 star. So all of a sudden in like 5 weeks, I got him to Diamond. And then all of a sudden I'm like, well, let me get my mom to Diamond. And I got her to Diamond in like 3 weeks. But every time it was like I had a goal set and I broke it. Like right now I have 1 week qualification and I needed 2 coach. And in 1 day I got 2 coaches. And then I set a goal. Okay, I want to get me to Success Club, my mom to Success Club, my husband to Success Club, so they can get the Diamond bonuses. And then all of a sudden I have like 8 on the brain because I want 2 more. I need to help 2 more people. I want 3 people for each of them. So I'm just like 8, that's the number. And I am fixated on it. And I will literally be like, okay, like I will like visualize the announcement happening on Thursday that, I 2-star official. And I will like, I have that number fixated in my mind. Like tonight I already have my transformation post and I'm going to specifically say I need 8 people. And when I go after a goal like that with a specific number in hand, it's like something changes with the universe, and the universe like becomes on your side. And like, it seems like you going after it is different. Like I just sat kind of with my husband at Diamond for so long, not really pushing it. And then all of a sudden when there was some kind of urgency with my mom, because I wanted to get to 2-star before the qualification period, it was like, the key to this business, guys, it's focused intensity for a long period of time. It can't just be like, a few days you're not really into it, and then maybe, all of a sudden you're into it a few days. You have to have that. I always think to myself, if I had that focused intensity every day, I mean, I might burn out. So it's crazy to be like that crazy. But if you have that intensity, it's unbelievable what you could do when you put your mind to something. And even though you kind of want to break your goals down into something small, like in my mind, I know that I need to help one person a day. I need to, you have to create urgency and set a goal. If there's no goal, you're not going to go after it. If there's no deadlines that you're setting on yourself, you're not going to go after it. You really have to do that as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. You need to set those goals. And then be strategic with what you're going to do. And even though you're only thinking about this moment right now, you also have to think strategically. Like with my mom, I had my sister underneath my mom and my best friend under her other leg. Because even though I'm building her, I know I need an emerald on each side. So with my husband, with me, I have my husband on one leg, my mom on my other leg. And then on my husband's team, I have obviously his 2 emeralds, but then like with my mom, I have my sister on one side and my best friend. So that way I know that after I, nail down those coaches, and the way it all boils down to is a killer challenge group. It all comes from your challenge group, because I will convert 90% of my challengers into coaches. And for instance, right now, because I needed 2 coaches by Thursday, I simply will sign people up as a coach at the same exact time. And it's all about the way you word it, guys. If you're going to tell somebody, hey, do you want to be a discount coach? They're going to be like, hell no, I don't want to be a discount coach. You just have to tell them, hey, listen. And then I also nail them down. I don't send no bullshit link and be like, okay, here's the link, fill it out. Like, I'll be like, tell me when you're by a computer and you have 2 minutes. Okay, well, I'm actually by a computer. Okay, are you ready? You're going to go to beachbodycoach.com/Sandra Nishiyama. Tell me when you're there. I kind of nail them down at that point, and then they're like, okay, I'm there. Now you're going to click coach. Now you're going to be, it's going to say enroll as a coach. Now, what I'm doing right now, before I even get to that point though, I'll tell them, hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and set you up with my same coach discount. This is so that you get 25% off any future purchases. In case you decide to stay on Shakeology, you're going to get 25% off. It's totally free, and I don't care to make future commission off you. I rather you get the discount so that you could stay on Shakeology, because I want you to stick around with me. I want you to get results. I want you to stay in my challenge groups. And I know Shakeology is a crucial part of it. And they're like, wow, thank you. Awesome. So then when I sign them up, I tell them, tell me when you're by a computer. Okay, I'm by a computer. Now you're going to click coach. Now I'm going to set you up with a preferred coach discount. Okay, so after you click coach, you're going to fill out the form like you're signing up as a coach. Now, FYI, they ask for your social, because with this special account, you have the ability to make money from Beachbody. If you happen to refer anybody to Beachbody, they're going to pay you like an employee. So that's why they ask. And I don't think I've ever gotten nobody's ever argued with me at that point. Oh, wow, cool. I have a website I could send people to, Now, if you decide to stay on it as of next month, instead of paying $140, you're going to pay $113, which is $97, $2 shipping, and $13 and $15 for the account. So I'll break that down usually in the message. 97 plus 2 plus 13 plus 15 equals 113 versus 140. So that way I'm telling them about the account. And then I tell them, if you decide to keep this as of next month, you'll pay that 15, but your shake is going to go down from 140 down to 97. So that I'll usually, like, if I know I need 2 coaches right off the bat, I will sign them up at the same time. Now, if I'm not, like, sometimes I'll, like, for instance, if I'm not in a dire need of a discount coach right now, like, I will usually, if I know that I need the Success Club points, but I know my husband needs a coach, then I will sell them the challenge pack. And then 2 or 3 weeks down the road, when I tell them, okay, listen, you're going to stay on Shakeology, right? You love it. Yes. You have to be pumping it up during that period though. You can't just give it to them and like, peace. You have to make sure they know how to make that shake. You're pointing out the benefits because they're going to feel amazing, but they're not going to put 2 and 2 together. So you want to be like, oh my gosh, aren't you feeling amazing? Like, isn't it helping your energy level? Isn't it reducing cravings? Like, you know, like you have to be pumping it up during that, you know, and then in your challenge group, go live one day. You know, when you talk about, you know, when you log in your Shakeology, you want to pump it up. And then around that 2 or 3 week mark, I'll tell them, okay, listen, I'm going to set you up for a preferred discount account so that you can get 25% off. That way I can sign them up as a coach under my husband and give him that coach. So it all depends on your strategy for that moment. But my biggest advice to you guys is you have to set the specific goals. You have to sell challenge packs in order to get discount coaches. And that is also how you're going to get your Rockstar Challenger coaches. My Rockstar coaches are the ones that rocked out in my challenge group. That's just, you know, plain and simple. That's where they come from. But what Patty was saying is so important. And I want to point out, she's talking about being a social butterfly. Like right now, when it comes down to the wire, you have to be mingling. You have to be connecting. You can't just put a post out there and think everyone's going to jump on that. Usually you won't even get barely any likes on that post because people are like, well, I don't want to like it because then she's going to think I want to join, you know, but you have to do the follow-up behind the scenes. And the way that you are going to, if you have nobody to talk to, it's all about talking to people. And just like Patty's saying, you don't want to just message them about Beachbody. You have to do that first connection. And the way you have a first connection, not Beachbody related, is by getting people to connect with. And that's by doing a post that's going to get engagement. Asking a question, A or B, what do you like better? People love to give their opinion. So when you post something that's going to get an awesome picture, something that people love, an awesome quote, a post that requires people to comment, like, you know, not controversial, but maybe something that is a topic about parenting or whatever the case may be, you ask for advice. Because once you get people liking your post or commenting, you have people to message. And you're simply going to message them and be like, thank you so much for supporting my post. I appreciate the love. Yeah, baby. I appreciate the love. Hey, you know what? Have you ever thought, I mean, are you on a fitness journey? Have you ever thought about joining one of my groups? Either way, thank you so much for the love, you know, and that's it. But like what I've noticed lately is the Instagram stories. That has been a game changer for me. But when you post something, the way to instantly have people to connect with is by clicking on the likers, and there's a whole flood of people to connect with. And your initial post is just thank you. You don't have to be salesy or weird, just thank you. But the Instagram story is, you know, throughout your day, it's very easy. It's not complicated for people that aren't techie. I thought it was until I started doing it real easy. Throughout the day, you're just, you know, doing little recordings or pictures. But you can click on those likers and then basically take snapshots on your phone so you have all these people and you literally just message them. Thank you so much for following my story. You know, thank you for the love. Keep showing me the love, whatever you want to say. Thank you so much for the support. Please don't ever stop. You know, like Haley says, whatever. And then you kind of leave it at that. And then you can wait a few days and then you can, hey, you know what? I was thinking about you in our conversation the other day. I have a group coming up. I'm looking for 8 more women. I thought maybe it's something that you want to be part of. You know, just don't overcomplicate it, guys. This is a simple business. It's about connecting and inviting, sharing your journey, connecting and inviting. That really is what it is. So if somebody messages you like and wants information, don't panic. It's just talk to them like you would talk to your best friend. Like if Patty was to ask me like, so what are you doing? Like, how are you losing weight? Like I get coaches, they panic. They're like, what do I say? Like, well, what are you doing? Just explain what you're doing. Like you would to your best friend or your sister. I'm doing these workouts from home. I'm losing weight. I'm drinking an awesome shake that's making me feel amazing. And I have actually running a group with my coach on the 14th. Why don't you join us? Just plain and simple, guys. Connect, make connections, add friends, and talk about your group. Run a group every month and invite people to it and just be real. And that's like the best advice I can give you. As far as the diamond goes, I don't even know if I answered your question, Patty, but you have to have focused intensity try to have somebody that you can control on each side, because you know long term you're going to need emeralds on each side. So set that goal. And guys, people do diamond in 30 days. It's something that's achievable, but not if you're going to be like, well, I'm hoping by the end of the year I can be diamond. You know, like it literally, if you sell 8 to 12 challenge packs, you can be a diamond, because literally everybody, just get them as a discount coach. You know, ultimately you want builders, but so do you know what I'm saying? You have to set those deadlines. You have to set those goals. Be strategic. And I'm sure you have a couple people in your life that want to support you. And you know, like with my mom, I get my Energize and my Activate under her every month. She doesn't drink Shakeology, but I get my Energize and Activate under her, which I have to get anyways. You know, my husband drinks Shakeology, thank God. But, you know, sometimes I'll just put a challenge pack under my mom and she'll get a little check, you know, and I let her keep it. And, you know, she's got her PV that she needs to stay active. So if you set like Patty's saying, a non-negotiable, like I'm making a non-negotiable to get my mom to Success Club. That'll keep her active. That'll get her some checks. And that way we get that diamond bonus, you know, and same thing for my husband. But unless you set those goals and you go after them, you're just going to be kind of chill about it, you know? And just one more piece of advice. I challenge you guys to get out of your comfort zone. Like, it's okay to piggyback on your coaches. That's what they're for, to run the challenge groups together. But when I said, like a few months ago, when I decided to do my post-baby group and I kind of went off, I have my group with all my coaches and I'm like, I'm going to do this one alone. I felt that fire inside that I needed to fill that group or else there's going to be nobody posting. So I knew I needed to fill that group. So I went after 20 women and I got 20 women, and I would have never done that on a normal month, but I got uncomfortable and knew I needed to fill it. So I was looking for 20 women. So set those goals and be intentional about what you're going to do to get there, with small goals every day. Blah, 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 blah. All done.
Hey girl, can I ask a question? When you share Shakeology in your challenge groups, you said you share the value on it, you post, you go live on it. Can you tell us like how you do that? Like, are you just sharing like how you make your shake, or how are you building the value of Shakeology in your groups?
So usually I go live pretty frequently in my groups, but I will kind of talk about something else, maybe talk about nutrition a little bit, but then I'll go into Shakeology. So it's not just, I'm talking about Shakeology, you know, but I'll just talk about the value, like in my mommy group, when I would go live, I'm just like, listen guys, this is crucial. It's crucial that you drink your Shakeology every single day. I have tons of people that are kind of wishy-washy, because you have to understand, guys, if you do not tell your people to drink it every single day, they're going to start getting stockpiled. And they're not going to get the full benefits of it. People, I've heard time and time again from people that were kind of just casual with it, not really seeing what the hype is, and going to drinking it every single day, and all of a sudden being obsessed with it. They have to be consistent. So you have to just stress that and be like, listen guys, what you have at home is liquid gold, but you will only get the benefits if you drink it every single day. It's like consuming the whole organic produce section every single morning. You can't get those nutrients from food. So you're going to get better results faster by drinking it. But every single day, you're going to notice you feel more amazing. You have the energy for your workouts. You're going to give your body exactly what it needs for those kind of workouts. And, you know, I just kind of stress, you know, but I kind of plug it a lot, I would say, you know, in my posts a lot. Challenge tracker is a little bit different, but I try to do little plugs. I'll post like the picture, you know, with all the ingredient, like what all the benefits of Shakeology and stuff like that. And because I share the group with my coaches are really good about kind of doing that same thing that I do. So we all are very much involved in stressing the importance of it, you know? Yeah. And we've become more like it's non-negotiable in order to be in the group, because we want to guarantee you results. And there's no way to guarantee it unless you're following the program as intended. Workouts, Shakeology, nutrition, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Do you, and I know some coaches have done this because you have such a high conversion rate with challengers to coaches. Do you have your like challengers lead with you at all? Do you say, hey, because I've heard some coaches do this, like, you know, will you, I don't know, like share something in the group on, or share this recipe, or do you want to post something on Friday? Like if it's a challenger, just to get them kind of in a coach role, or do you not do that? Are you just the only one really posting, or what?
I don't really ask my challengers to do that, just because I have like 4 or 5 like very engaged coaches that I share. I mean, I share the group with a lot of coaches, but I have about 4 or 5 really engaged coaches, and they're really good about it. And I don't think challengers know that they're coaches. So there's a lot of talk about it, you know, because in the challenge tracker or it just says their name. It doesn't really say who it is. But also that when I did my private group too, in the video, I was telling them, listen, for this exclusive mommy group, I am offering all of you guys my same coach discount so that you guys can stay on it as of next month. I really want you to, and I'll always stress to them, the second month and the third month is when you're really going to start to see the benefits of it, so that you can kind of make sure at least they commit to that second month. You'll get some that fall off, but I would probably only say 10%. 15% of my coaches fall off. But if you're constantly selling challenge packs, you're replacing those coaches. Yeah, so I say that in the video too. I'm giving all of you mommies my special coach discount, because I don't care about making commission off you on future orders. I want you to stay on it so that you can see the benefits month 2, month 3, and how it drastically changes, you know, the way you feel and your results.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Awesome. Did anybody have questions? No questions? All right. I guess we covered everything. Awesome, girl. Thanks for sharing, and I'm glad we can combine our call. Makes it more efficient.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was going to say, I usually run over on time by myself, and it's good we're doing good on time. You guys, be intentional with when you post. Just think, like tonight, I know for me, I'm fighting for a goal, you know, by the end of the month. So I had my post ready this morning, because Sunday night, that's when everybody's on Facebook. So on Sunday night, everybody has ate like shit all weekend. Excuse my language, my kid's in here. Everybody's ate like crap all weekend. Don't ever say that word, ever. Don't even worry about it. Everybody, you know, we overeat on the weekends. You know, everybody is crying because they have to go to work tomorrow. So just be intentional with when you post. Like Tuesday at 11. I mean, is anyone really going to see that post? So, like, I have my before and after picture. I know that I'm going to be posting that I need exactly 8 women who's jumping on board. I'll be messaging anybody who even likes that. I'll be going through all my old messages to do follow-ups. What I was saying earlier, you're not gonna get many people saying me, unless you're like Micah or Lindsay Matway. You have to do the back end. You have to message people. So I just will do one message to somebody like, hey, I have a new group August 14th. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. Maybe you're ready to jump in this time. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, and just blast through. You could blast through like 20, 30 people. But unless I did that, I would not hit Success Club. People don't just come running to you, you know? So I'm going to post that tonight. I know I'm going to go after 8 people. So I challenge you guys, set a goal by the end of the month. You know, what are you going to go after? Do you have it? I hope you have a challenge group date set, you know, and then just start trying to fill it, you know, set those goals for yourself. Okay, guys, did anybody have any questions? We're coaches. We need to help people, you know, that's our job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else? What does Haley say? Don't be a bitch, hit send. You know, sometimes it's nerve-wracking, guys. I know that when you want to go to message somebody, sometimes it's like, oh, do I want to? Anytime I feel like that, because all of us feel that way. The minute I get in that mode, I just think, are my kids worth hitting send? Are my kids worth hitting send? Like, is it worth it for the dreams that I'm trying to achieve for my family if I annoy one person? And they don't even end up getting annoyed, but like, is it worth giving up all of my dreams for everyone around me if I annoy one person. You have to think about the big picture, you know, guys, what you're after and your why and all that good stuff. I think we have a chat here. Somebody asking, oh, Woofu. Yeah, best time to post. That's right. Yeah, Woofu, I need to do that too. Oh, is it WOOFOO?
No,
It's
I was wrong. It's WU.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good form that you connect. Don't put like your link to your it's not gonna happen, you know. Okay, well, it looks like Woofu is basically like it's a free, like you can go there and make your own questionnaire, you know. So you can have a link that you can post on your Instagram or your Facebook after you do a post. Click on this link, you know, my challenge group application. So it's just more official, and then you can customize that questionnaire, like what are your fitness goals, blah blah blah. Anything else you want to add, Patty?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, I would just say, just to piggyback off of that, one thing that I've been doing, and I just copy Micah on everything, is just making a video about your challenge group, and then you send that to people. That helped me big time when we were on the road too. Just make a video, talk about your challenge group, talk about which, you know, how, and then when you are emailing somebody back, that's what I do, is I email and I tell them a little bit like how it can help them personally, and then I say, here's a video with all the general information on the group, just watch it. And then I'm connecting with them because I'm talking with them. So that helps me. The last thing I want to say is just make sure that you guys are signed up for Team Cup. Team Cup is in August, and so you don't want to miss it on that because there's 5 people and you get prizes. And then the other thing is, what was that? This is mom brain for you. I had one more thing to say, now I remember. Team Cup. All right, guess that's it if it's important enough. All right, you guys. Well, have a great night. Thanks for getting on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Patty. Thanks, Sandra. Great to see you.
Good to see
This
you.
was great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys for jumping on. Let us know if you have questions. Thank you, Patty.
Thanks, girl.
Okay, bye. Have a good